So jewelry is valuable, and therefore caring for it can protect it for generations to come. In terms of money, in terms of financial, in terms of memory, it's just like a USB or memory stick that holds many memories associated with it. So here are some ideas that you can consider when you care for your jewelry. The first consideration is you can make sure that your jewelry is stored in a safe place, and try not to put all your jewelry together. Put them separately in a box. Buy a dedicated box that you can keep your jewelry. This is to prevent scratching each other or damaging it. The next thing also to note is the gem reports. When you buy something very valuable, you want to have a report to tell the next person who's looking at a piece of jewelry what it is. I still remember when I took over this business from my father, I actually went and opened the safe. I didn't know what was the red stone that was in my hands. I thought it was a piece of glass. When I asked him, he told me, "Kunming, this is a piece of ruby. It's worth $20,000. I was shocked. Then on, I realized, wow, the gem report is so important. It tells people what the stone is, what the jewelry is, and it gives also a background on how it's made. And if you can go a step further, you can get a jewelry appraisal report. This jewelry appraisal report is very important because it has all the specifications like number of pieces of diamonds in the setting, what kind of metal it was made from. And this is also important because you can bring the appraisal report to the jeweler and you say, okay, this is worth how much. So they also know when they are holding on to this piece of jewelry, how much is the value, and their jewelry insurance is able to cover certain things. Number one is make sure you store it well. Make sure you store it in a safe place. Don't put it together, and keep all your documents. Also, not forgetting your receipt. The second part of caring for your jewelry, if you damage it, for example, on a day-to-day use, if you hit it against the wall, you bang it, check on the piece of jewelry. See whether is there any visible damage. Well, you can also use a toothpick to lightly tap onto the center stones or any of the stones that has been hit. This is to check whether it's loose. This is important because when it's loose, you should really send it to your jeweler to get it fixed. So when you tap onto the piece of stone, you could feel there's something that's shaking, or you can even hear a sound. So this is important. When you hear it, you know something is not right and it's time to go to the jeweler to get it fixed. And of course, if you have jewelry insurance is able to cover that. The last but not least is a basic cleaning. Well, of course, it's best to go to your jeweler to do that. But if you have certain gemstones and jewelry that are not that valuable, you can use dishwashing liquid and warm water with a soft brush, and you can just brush it lightly. Of course, there are certain gemstones that might require additional care that you should really talk to your jeweler.